You're listening to the Traffic and Conversion Show. I'm your host, Michelle Fernandez, and today is all about communities and loyalty to create predictable, profitable growth in your business. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. It's Michelle. Now, this episode is airing as I am packing up to head out to Orlando for Funnel Hacking Live. Have you ever been to ClickFunnels Funnel Hacking Live? It's pretty dang impressive. And the people, they are die-hard funnel hackers. Russell Brunson and his team has done a fabulous job of building a community and loyalty, and it's definitely reflected in the success of their business. Now, today is all about the art of building thriving communities around your brand. We're going to uncover the secrets behind cultivating strong online communities, nurturing customer loyalty, and leveraging these communities for sustainable, predictable growth in your business. So let's get the party started. All right. So first, let's establish a solid understanding of what customer-centric growth means. At its core, customer-centric growth embodies a transformative shift in how businesses approach their growth strategies. So rather than viewing customers as just a mere transaction, it really centers on understanding, anticipating, and fulfilling their needs and desires. So this philosophy prioritizes building authentic relationships, nurturing that trust, and delivering exceptional value throughout every stage of the customer journey, right? So it's not just the onboarding, it's all the way through, or it's not just a lead magnet, right? So it's the whole entire way through the customer journey. Now, by placing the customer's experience and satisfaction at the heart of operations, companies can create a loyal and engaged customer base that not only drives sustainable growth, but it also advocates for the brand. So when we talk about brand ambassadors or building raving fans that shout you out from the rooftops, that is our goal. So we're in this era that is defined by this ever-evolving consumer expectations, right? So embracing, meaning that the consumer wants the best of the best. They want to work with the best. They want to be treated the best, right? They want to have the best results, right? So really embracing customer-centric growth is not just a strategy, it's actually a commitment to evolving with your audience and building a foundation for lasting success. And here's what's really cool. When you shift the focus from transactional interactions to customer centricity, it transcends that one-time sale, and it's like this potential, or that's our goal, for long-term raving fans, all right? So by prioritizing customer needs, preferences, and aspirations, businesses can forge the foundations for enduring these relationships, build on trust, mutual understanding, and a shared sense of purpose, ultimately fostering this loyalty that extends way beyond those individual transactions. Now, in this rapidly evolving digital age that we are all living in, consumer behaviors are constantly shifting, driven by these technological advancements and changing societal trends, right? We have like so much going on. I feel like time is moving so much faster than even when I grew up, right? Adapting to these shifts is really critical for businesses to remain relevant and effectively engage with their audience. And a failure to do so can lead to missed opportunities or loss of the competitive edge, right? So why would they go to you versus someone else, or vice versa? So let's dive into the heart of this discussion, which is building communities around your brand. Now, human connection is deeply rooted in our psychological makeup, right? Driving us to seek validation, like this belonging and meaningful relationships. If you look at your own life, like you're doing that in some way, shape, or form in all aspects of your life, right? We want this sense of belonging. So online platforms have revolutionized brand customer interactions by providing a virtual space for these fundamental desires to be filled. Like, hello, Facebook groups, right? Isn't there a group for like all the things? I know that they used to run commercials. I try to fast forward through the commercials as much as I can, but I remember in the past they had Facebook group commercials on TV showing like everything, like hula hooping and harmonica groups. It's just like these random things that I would never think about because it's not something I'm interested. However, there's got to be something on Real Housewives, right? Or reality TV somehow. There has to be a space for everybody. And that's the beauty of these social platforms. So through social media, forums, communities, brands can now establish direct and personal connections with their customers, transcending geographical barriers, right? So I can, or barriers, like I could be in a same group with maybe somebody that lives in Australia, right? Nobody that lives down the street from me. So that's the beauty of this. We're getting these worldly connections and really enabling authentic conversations. Now, this shift empowers businesses to tap into the innate human need for this connection. Again, fostering this loyalty and engagement that was once confined to in-person interactions, right? Because back in the day, again, I'm showing my age, like we would go to these networking events, and I know people still do this. However, we were limited to who was in our local. And then if we could go to a state or regional event, we would do that, right? Even the national event. And even still at those things, it's really hard to do all this interaction. Think about if you had some sort of group, right? Like whether it be Facebook groups, school, Mighty Networks, where you can facilitate your members' questions, right? You can facilitate maybe breakout groups or something where they can network in some way, shape, or form. Think about how cool that would be, really to go one step further and really make them feel like they're a part of something more than just learning the thing that you're teaching. So I'm asking, what is something else your customers or your following, your audience have all in common? Get those wheels turning and figure out how you can go beyond what you're teaching and put that in place, okay? So let's talk about fostering customer loyalty. Now, loyalty is the cornerstone of any successful business, right? It's like that's how you keep your customers. That's how you get referrals. That's also how you get free advertising because the raving fans are shouting you out for their rooftops and telling everyone and their grandmother how they should do business with you, right? So how do you foster loyalty? Do you foster loyalty? Something to think about. A strong community creates a sense of belonging and a shared identity among your customers. So fostering a deeper emotional connection with the brand. Makes sense? So now they have this bond, this emotional bond, and it translates into increased customer loyalty as the community members feel invested, they feel valued, and more likely to advocate for you and remain committed to your brand over time. So how might you create an even stronger community, right? That's always a good question you ask yourself, or you should be asking yourself, like getting innovative on what else can you be doing? Also really thinking about what is your unique position? What makes you different for someone else? So how are you going to facilitate this? So let me give you a couple of things to take into consideration. The first one is personalized experience. Excellent customer service and exclusive perks are powerful tools that weave a sense of belonging into the fabric of a community. Then you can also think about tailoring interactions based on individual preferences, makes customers feel understood and valued, and nurturing a genuine emotional connection. Now, coupled with responsive and empathetic customer service, this builds trust and reassurance, making customers feel heard and valued. So these strategies not only solidify a customer sense of belonging, but it also creates a magnetism that keeps them engaged, it keeps them excited and eager to continue on their journey with you as their guide. Now, this leads to word of mouth growth and social proof. And word of mouth marketing is one of the most potent tools in a marketer's arsenal, right? And it's also free most of the time, right? Unless you have some referral program that you have. A loyal community acts as a powerful catalyst for organic growth, naturally sparking word of mouth referrals, glowing reviews, and authentic testimonials. These genuine expressions of satisfaction and enthusiasm not only attract new customers, but also establish a compelling social proof showcasing the brand's credibility and value through the voices of its most loyal advocates, right? I mean, who doesn't want that, right? It's like this keeps your marketing costs down and your profits up. Now, in order to harness the potential of word of mouth growth, you can encourage your community members to share their experiences by offering some incentives, some rewards, or recognitions for referrals and testimonials. Additionally, creating shareable and valuable content that resonates with the community's interests can organically stimulate these discussions and recommendations, fueling the momentum of this predictable growth engine. All right. Now, lastly, it provides insights for your business's expansion. Building a community isn't just about customer loyalty. It's a treasure trove of insights. Your community can provide invaluable feedback and data that fuel your business expansion efforts. Now, transforming your community insights into actionable growth strategies by carefully analyzing the feedback and data collected, identifying what are the regular patterns, what are regular questions or recurring questions, what are some of the preferences that they want. By gathering all this data, then you now can start adapting your processes and your systems, your products or services, and you're really strategizing and adapting your engagement approaches, aligning them with your community's desires to drive that innovation, enhance customer satisfaction, and ultimately foster sustainable expansion. All right, I want to leave you with a challenge. Are you up for it? Heck yeah, you are. I want you to reflect on your customer interactions and really consider how you can start cultivating a community around your brand. Now, you might already have a Facebook group and you're like, okay, I'm already doing that, Michelle, but are you really? How can you kick it up a notch? How can you create more engagement? And not just by, hey, what are you doing this weekend, right? Think about some of the posts, ask some really great questions, and really be that detective and gather all that information to figure out what this is going to be based on what we just talked about today. Remember that customer-centric growth isn't just a trend. It's the future of a successful business. This is one of the ways to build predictable, profitable growth in your business. All right, until next time, let's grow your business together.